gut microbiome is a system of our body whereby we have trillions of microbacteria living in our stomach and intestines. And those microbacteria actually signal chemically to the brain and the immune system and our hormone systems of our brain and body in order to make sure that, for instance, we make adequate amounts of neuromodulators such as serotonin and dopamine, which regulate our levels of mood, alertness, and motivation, as well as immune molecules that can protect us from infection and that provide barriers to illness of various kinds. There are multiple ways to support our gut microbiome, and the gut microbiome really flourishes best when it's getting this support from multiple sources. So for instance, one source is the ingestion of several servings of low-sugar fermented foods each day. That is known to support the microbiome, and in turn, the various systems of the brain and body that the microbiome supports. The other thing that's important for the microbiome is to get sufficient levels of fiber. Of course, we can get this from food. There are also non-food-based sources of fiber. If people need to supplement with fiber, they can do that as well. There are three main ways that we can support our gut microbiome. The first is to make sure that we are getting adequate amounts of quality macronutrients, those proteins, fats, and carbohydrates, every single day, and that we are careful to include fiber in our diet. In addition, it is important that we get adequate levels of vitamins and minerals, either from food or from food supplements, or a combination of food and food supplements. And the third way to support our gut microbiome is to make sure that we are getting adequate levels of micronutrients that in general cannot be found in foods, in vitamins, or minerals. These are going to be the prebiotics and probiotics or plant-based or herb-based compounds that really support the diversity of the gut microbiome. Diversity of the gut microbiome is one of the hallmarks of gut microbiome health. It ensures that we have adequate ranges of different microbacteria that can signal to the brain, to the immune system, and to the hormone systems of our body to ensure that we're making enough of those neurotransmitters, making enough of the immune molecules, and making enough of the hormones that lend themselves to vitality, longevity, and health. So the key thing to keep in mind is that we always want to strive for quality nutrition. We want to make sure that we're getting adequate amounts of vitamins and minerals, either from the foods we eat or from supplements or both, and that there is a range of different probiotics, prebiotics, and plant-based and herb-based compounds that can support the gut microbiome, but that are not found in foods and therefore have to be provided through what's called foundational supplementation.